How's it going, ladies and Bruce's up, Bobby Sixkilla, welcome back. To return to Shironagasu Island, it's time to talk to Dodgy Alex about being dodgy all the fucking time. Oh, god damn it, I swore early. But, I made it about 15 seconds. But, yeah, we need to figure out why he's being dodgy, because he seems like the most liable person to be the killer around here. He seems to know how to get into all the nooks and crannies of this place that no one else can get into, except for the staff. So, yeah, he's definitely the most suspicious person here. Alex, the way you're sneaking around, you don't appear to be just a regular guest. Who the hell are you? Were you hired by someone? Hired? That'd be silly. I come to this island for personal reasons. I'm not doing this for anyone. And I should believe you? You don't just happen to stumble into a place like this. I think you're willing to risk death sneaking around like that. I'm aware of the danger. Still, there's something I have to look into. And what is that? It's that my grandmother may have been a client of this facility in the past. I came to this island to discover the truth. Yes, she was. I already found the papers. That should be enough, right? I don't work for the mansion and no one hired me. If anything, I should be suspicious of you guys. It'd be silly. I almost became a victim of human experimentation just now. If you're not working for the mansion, you should be careful. It's now clear as day they are our enemies. They've also created monsters on this island. Monsters? Human experiments are one thing, but I find that hard to believe. What's the truth? The sooner you believe that, the better, for your own sake. Tell me about your background, birthplace, family name, everything. My life is an open book. My name is Alex Werner. I'm an American of British descent. The Werner family made its fortune in arms manufacturing and export during the Civil War. After that, we further grew our wealth on the stock market. We managed to keep a low profile, but we're one of the few billionaire families in the United States. Sounds rather comfortable. I look at Neneko. She might know about his family. She'll be able to verify the accuracy of this information. Huh? Looks like he was telling the truth. Graham Werner, a descendant of the Werner family who earned a huge fortune in arms exports, sold his stocks just before the Wall Street crash in 1929, and increased his wealth by buying up stocks at rock-bottom prices, becoming one of the most celebrated wealthy men of the 20th century. He also invested actively in Hollywood and was a founding member of a large studio. Even now, his name is engraved into one of the largest studios. In 1969, he died of heart disease, which he had been afflicted with for many years. I read this in an article about Hollywood 3 years ago on December 2nd. What she said, is that correct? What the? Oh no, it's all correct, but how could you remember something in so much detail? I think that my ability is a blessing as well as a curse. I can't forget anything even if I want to. Ability? You have a photographic memory. That's very unexpected. Alex appears to be more shaken than surprised by Neneko's ability. He seems to be afraid that we know too many details about him and his family. He's still hiding something. I'm afraid that's all there is to tell. Really? Why does this still stay up then? Alex, how'd you manage to sneak into this basement stairway? It shouldn't be so easy to get in here. There's no way you just happened to find the staircase while you were looking for the toilet. That's precisely what happened. When I was looking for the toilet, I happened to stumble upon the stairway. Ha! Alright, I'll tell you the truth. Don't look at me like that. My grandmother told me about it. She told me there's a hidden staircase that leads down to the basement. His stories helped me find it. I'm not lying, really. Your grandmother's stories? It's true that Alex has been searching around the mansion for quite some time. If Alex were working for the mansion, he would have behaved like that. He's probably telling the truth. Alex, what do you know about the island? I don't know a lot, but if you're an outsider, I don't think you should look into things too thoroughly. Thanks for the advice. Well, we can no longer go back to the way things were when we arrived here. Tell me everything you know. I was investigating the illegal activities that were taking place on the island. One of them was the organ trade. The trade of organs and transplants may have been carried out on this island. I came here to uncover the truth. Neneko told me that there were operating rooms and specimens preserved in formalin in the basement. I'm certain that organ transplants used illegally sourced organs were carried out here. Really? So there's a surgical facility on the island? Did you find any documents? For example, any medical records about my grandmother? Neneko pokes my back. There were some medical records. His grandmother's record was in there as well. However, a page with the details about her had been ripped out for some reason. It seems that there was also a record about your grandmother. The details were torn out by someone though. Was there a record? Are you sure it was torn out, or did you overlook it? Can I go down there and see it now? Hey, we can't go back now. What are you so excited about? Why are you so obsessed with your grandmother's record? No, I just want to know the truth is all. That sounds like bullshit. Do you know anything else about the island? Doesn't matter how minor it is. I just need more information. I'm sorry, but this is my first time on the island, so I don't know anything else. My grandmother didn't want to talk about the island. I just know about the organ trade. Did you know that prostitution was also happening on the island? Prostitution? Did that happen on the island? Seems so. It's terrible, I just can't... Doesn't look like he's lying. It seems that the information about the island that Alex had was rather incomplete. Alex, I'm not sure if I believe everything you say. You're still hiding something, aren't you? The invitation was indeed sent to my grandmother. I came to this island to learn the truth about my grandmother. That's it. How my grandmother managed to cheat death and survived, and also to discover who was killed so that she could live. So you intercepted the invitation sent to your grandmother. Is that what you're saying? It's more or less what happened. It is true that the invitation was sent to my grandmother, so I'm not an official proxy. I'm here without my grandmother's knowledge. Well, I give you the benefit of the doubt. For now. Sounds like a mixture of truth and lies. Maybe half of it's true, but the other half is dodgy. Everything about this kid is dodgy. This kid is suspicious. Better watch my back around him. Thank you for trusting me. Alex, I want to ask you one more thing. Do you know a girl named Aurora Laville? She's a young girl, wears a blue ribbon. Aurora Laville? Hey, what's going on? Your face just became pale. Do you know anything about her? No, I don't know her. I'm sorry, I'm feeling a bit dizzy. His face is white as a sheet. He does know something about Aurora. This is very strange. He appears to be extremely upset. I'm sorry, I've calmed down. I'm alright now. What about that girl? Nothing, I was just wondering if you've come across her in the mansion. In this mansion? She wasn't one of the guests. Do you mean that this girl's been in the mansion all this time? I don't remember seeing any girl. Don't worry about it, thanks anyway. Something very strange. Alex's face went blank when I mentioned Aurora. He has to know more than he's letting on. After going up the spiral staircase for a while, we reached a door. We're here. This leads to the ground floor of the mansion. The ground floor of the mansion? Where's the staircase lead to exactly? Why don't you open the door and find out? Alright, I will. Ah, that's why he was hanging out in the cellar. See? I see, a hidden door in the wine cellar. You were looking around here earlier. This is why a lot of bottles were moved around so randomly. Yes, my grandmother told me about this place. I saw some men coming out of the cellar, even though they had no business being there. I found a switch that opens a hidden door in the wall. If that switch leads down to the basement... Neneko, can you remember everything? Even the exact location of the wine bottles? That kind of freaks me out. You're scary. Why you... I'm glad that we managed to get back to the ground floor in one piece. It's still a bad situation, but at least things have improved somewhat. Let's rejoin Akira and the others. Alright. I hope everyone is safe. What if there's a big sea of blood? Silly, don't say things like that. It might actually happen. It could happen, yeah. Hey, Neneko. Akira and Giselle see us and come running to us. I'm glad that they're safe. They don't look very relieved to see us, though. Are you alright? Did you take a nap somewhere? You're such a slouch, Neneko. You had a terrifying experience while you were sleeping. Take a nap? Yes, our lives were in danger after you disappeared. Where'd you run off to? Ah, if it isn't Ikeda. Still not dead, I see. Akira is so full of herself that apparently she can't take the feelings of others into account. Neneko snorts and turns toward me. Akira has always given me a hard time. Wasn't she worried about me at all? So cold-hearted. I wish she could have gone through what we have. Hey, don't get so angry. It looks like something happened over here as well. She appears to be panicking. Akira, what happened here? It'd be really helpful if you could fill me in. That thing appeared, that thing! I don't understand what you're talking about. What appeared? Please don't tell me it was just a cockroach. Try to calm down and tell me slowly. I can't talk about this calmly. That monster appeared. The demon of Shironagasu Island. What? Are you serious? Do I look like I'm kidding? Perhaps it's the same creature I saw underground. Huh? I'm sure you saw something else. You probably got scared and were just seeing things, Neneko. But I really saw it. Even worse, it attacked me. Ikeda, would it be alright if I beat it to death? Yeah, I don't see why not. Then let me hold you back. Punch, bam, pow. Thud, kapow, slam. Yeah, ouch, what the heck? Stop venting your frustration on my back. Even though I'm so deeply hurt? Much cheaper than Challenger ride in the Mariana Trench and more damage than the Vels Mineras on Mars. Alright, you can tell you can tell that to her later. Listen, Akira. We saw the same creature you did. Half fish, half human with reddish skin and unusually big eyes, right? Yes, that's it. The creature looked just like the one in the painting. You saw it too? Are you alright? I'm so glad you're safe. Why do you only believe things when Curator tells you? I was more likely to be killed by people than that creature, though. By people? What do you mean? Before I tell you about it, we better get away from here. This place is dangerous. No argument here. Let's get out of here. Can't we just lock this place down? Yeah, this should do it. I wedge a piece of wood into the door wheel and make sure that the iron door can't be opened easily. It's only a temporary solution, but it'll have to do. If I make it too steady, it might be hard to remove if we have to escape if anything happens in the guest room building. Everything considered, this is the best way to secure the door. I let everyone catch their breath and tell Akira and the others about what happened underground. So that maid is our enemy. We won't be able to trust people from the mansion anymore, but we're completely isolated and left to our own devices until the ship comes back. That is, if it ever comes back. But we should go through the information we now have and prepare for their attack. Prepare for their attack? You saying you can fight that creature? That's impossible. Well, it'll depend on the situation, but we should get ready. Can you tell us what happened when you encountered the demon of Shironagasu Island? Alright. After Neneko was gone, we were looking for a way to climb up. As I was searching, climb up, but the elevator took me underground. You idiot! How could I have known that? How was I supposed to know that the building had a basement? Enough bickering, carry on. How can I explain it? I became lightheaded just thinking about it. Giselle, could you? Yes, young lady. When I was checking the entrance, I heard the young lady cry out from the front of the dining hall, so I hurried back immediately. When I reached her, I saw the creature was about to attack her. I see, so you encountered the creature there. But you did make it out of the situation alive somehow. Indeed, when I shouted and intimidated it, the monster suddenly lost all interest and disappeared into the corridor that leads outside. When I checked the corridor, it appeared that the creature had left the mansion. Giselle shouting, that's very un-Giselle-like. I kinda would like to see that. My skin crawls just thinking about it. If Giselle hadn't shouted at it, I would have been killed for sure. I could have died so often since I arrived on this island. Only twice so far. Did you forget how to count? Ouch, that hurts. You pulverized my brain, my precious brain. Anyway, I now understand what has happened to you. Looks like we won't be able to avoid this confrontation. We might be able to make this work, even though our chances are slim. You think so? We might still be able to survive this. I'll tell you more about it later. For now, all the guests should assemble in my room. If everyone is still safe. What if that creature is already inside the guest room building? I'll punch you, Neneko. I'm already down for the count. Do you usually say that to people before you hit them? Ikeda, what should I do about the violent girl? Wait, don't leave me. So we're all together. What are we going to do, Ikeda? One of these guys is a killer, remember? The mansion staff aren't the killers, they're looking for the killer too. Do you really have a plan? First of all, I should explain our situation to all of you. I tell them what happened. However, I leave out the part about Alex, any mention of Aurora, and any details about the basement. Judging from what Neneko told me, the person who killed Thomas and Lord Raymond has been in the underground area before us. Any guest who turns out to know more details about the underground area than I tell them has to be the killer. Except Alex. I want to collect as many clues as I can so that I can reveal their identity. This has turned into a horrible situation. I'm glad that everyone is safe, but right now, we don't really know what might happen. You idiot. It's because you still tried to discover the island's secret even though I told you not to. You're just a third-class detective. What are you going to do now? Because of you two, they won't allow any of us to survive. Us two? So you're letting yourself off the hook? I'm very well known in the underworld. They won't try to do anything to me because they know how useful I can be to them. I can stay alive by negotiating. None of you will be able to do the same. You're as meaningful as flies to them. You'll be spotted without a second thought. Flies? You're even more disgusting than a fly, Jacob Rutland. What's that supposed to mean, young lady? I don't remember ever being insulted like that. Don't play dumb, you creep. I know you come here as a client of this island's prostitution operation. And you have proof of that? Making baseless accusations does not behoove you, Akira Edgeworth. Stop, both of you. You should not be arguing right now. I think we do have proof of that too. What? Ikeda, are you taking his side? I like him. I wasn't expecting any less from a shady detective. He knows a way to make a profit when he sees it. I'll take that as a compliment. But Jacob, I don't consider your situation to be any different than ours. Just keep your big trap shut, man. You should cooperate with us if you want to stay alive. What did you say? How dare you talk to me in that way? The time to negotiate with them has already ended. You'll have noticed the changes in the mansion. They're already eliminating everyone on the island who could potentially become a witness. Eliminating witnesses? Jacob, you were wondering why there weren't many people in the mansion? You were referring to the prostitutes, right? Where'd they all go? And not just them, the drivers who were hired, the janitor, the cook. We could all the staff who should have been in this mansion have gone. Judging from all the blood we saw underground, it's very likely that everyone who's supposed to be up here has already been killed down there. Ew, was that human blood after all? They were killed underground? That many employees? That'd be silly. If they'd done that, the public would have known about this island. Preposterous. I think they were very calculating. The status quo of the island was finally thrown into disarray with the murder of Sir Raymond. And the unlocked code that the killer of Sir Raymond and Thomas could cause the mansion staff to act so recklessly. What kind of code is that? I can't imagine they'd kill so many people just to get their hands on the unlock code. I have no idea, but it could be connected to the demon of Shironagasu Island. That's what was being researched on the island. For some reason, that is why that unlock code is important. An unlock code. I wonder if it's a password of some kind of program. For example, the unlock code of a nuclear missile. It might really be really important if it made them kill everyone. I don't know, but the killer having the unlock code is the only reason we're still alive. The code is our life insurance. If the killer hadn't had it, we would have been killed alongside the staff. Jacob, do you understand our situation now? Done. So they're using a machine to extract information from our minds. A machine that can read memories from a brain. Does such a thing really exist? Yes. You won't be able to hide any secrets from that machine. They're going to catch us and connect us to that device one by one. They'll kill you if you find out they don't need you. Isn't that just peachy? So one of us is the killer. He or she should just come forward. If the killer doesn't cooperate, we'll all be killed. You won't be able to fight by yourself, right? Curator tries to appeal to the killer, but nobody speaks up. As I expected, nobody reacted. But what is the killer trying to achieve? While they were trying to use the unlock code to bargain with the people from the mansion, they also killed Thomas and Sir Raymond. I don't know what exactly their goal is, but my guess would be that it's revenge. Revenge? Well, considering the things that have happened on this island, there would be many people who would carry a grudge. It would be futile, though. Even if they had their revenge, they would never make it off this island alive. They must be ready to accept that fate. I was just thinking about the children's book we saw earlier. Based on that, I'd say their objective is definitely revenge. I don't think they were expecting to make it out of here alive, and were planning on killing everyone from the mansion. Their strong determination is very obvious. But what would they do? No matter how skillful the killer is, they would not be able to get out of here. The odds wouldn't be in their favour. Or do they have another card up their sleeve? So what are we going to do now? The ship won't be back for quite some time, if it comes back at all. That's our conundrum. If none of us really is the killer, if one of us is really the killer, we should stay together in one room and keep an eye on each other. That way we can stay safe from the people of the mansion. They can't do anything, even if they know who the killer is. It'll be long, drawn-out siege, and fatigue will set in. That's especially the case when the other party consists of only a few people. There are more of us, so we should be able to use that to our advantage. Ludicrous, do you really expect me to stay in the same room as the person who killed Thomas and Sir Raymond? They could cut off my head while I'm sleeping. I think this plan sounds extremely dangerous. Yes, it sounds rather perilous, still, it would make for some interesting engravings on our tombstones. Curator has managed to destroy the mood even further with their sarcastic comment. I was expecting Jacob to like this plan. If the killer has taken revenge for the past, then Jacob is likely their next target. Knowing he's in the same room as the killer might be terrifying for him. But I still think that staying together in the same room would be the best way to ensure our mutual survival. Even if the killer did attack Jacob, doing so would reveal their identity. The killer is bold, but they also want to keep their identity a secret. By gathering in one place, you can assume that you won't be attacked, Jacob. You fool, you don't understand how they think. If we stay in one place, and one of us is the killer, we'll all be slaughtered like lambs. The best solution for me would be to have all of you stay in one place with the killer and don't leave the room. There's no need for me to be there. I'll have no part in this. I'll survive by myself. The rest of you can do as you please. Well, he's dead. Jacob shouts at us as he leaves the room. My plan will keep us alive. Jacob is free to do whatever he wants. See if I can. I hope he gets killed in his own room. That would be karma. So what are we going to do now? Are we just going to stay in this room? Well, that would be the safest thing to do. The demon of Shironagasu Island is also out there. With that thing also on the loose, being alone would be extremely dangerous. Can I go back to my room as well? Huh? Were you paying attention? I just said it's dangerous to be alone. I realize that, but the thought of being in the same room as the killer scares me. I would feel safer locking myself in my room. I can't force you to stay here, but please call me if anything happens. I'll also let you know if anything happens over here. So you're just leaving like that? What if the monster kills you? You haven't seen that creature. You don't know how terrifying it is, Alex. I'll be careful. See ya. Please, everyone else, just stay here. I don't understand this at all. Do you know what this means? This is exactly what the criminal wants, for us to be separated. Well, everyone has their own ideas and circumstances. I almost feel bad for asking, can I go back to my room too? What? Do you mean I should stay? just want to go back to gather some things. I'll come back here as soon as I'm ready. Well, that'd be fine. But someone should go with you just in case. Well, if we're doing that, I'd like to go back to my room as well. Giselle also wants to go back, don't you, Giselle? Yes, you're right. If we're going to be staying here, I'd like to bring some things as well. In that case, will the two of you come with me? Considering the situation, going alone would be too scary. Let's just pray that we don't run into that creature. Well, probably won't be able to come here. The bridge has been blocked off. We'll go back to our rooms right away. Ugh. From what I've seen, I don't think that monster will have any problem getting here, even if the bridge is blocked off. Might be able to move along the wall. I think they'll all be killed if they run into it. You could have said that before they left. It should be okay. At least that's what I'd like to believe. To be honest, I actually wanted to be alone with you. I feel bad for taking advantage of this opportunity. What? What is this about? What are you going to do? Something perverted? Don't do it, I'll scream. Don't be such an idiot. Why don't you help me figure out who the killer could be? I'm worried about the people from the mansion, what the people from the mansion are up to. I also can't overlook that there's a killer among us. I'm not sure who the killer might be, so I just want to pick your brain. The killer's motive. It certainly seems important, but I still haven't been able to hear Rael and Alex's testimony, so I can't really narrow down the list of suspects who might have murdered Thomas. I couldn't really ask Alex for his testimony when we were underground. You can only make some educated guesses until we've heard from everyone. I guess that's all we can do for now. We need to think about it. And someone said, "What? What was that scream just now?" Sounds like a woman's scream. I definitely heard that. Done. Could something have happened again? Nanako, stay in this room. You don't need to tell me that. You should stay here as well. I'm scared. We're all gonna die. Don't say that. Just scream if anything happens. I'll hear you. If I hear you scream, I'll come back here pronto. Good, good. You have to scream even louder when it's real. See you in a bit. As soon as I step outside, I hear Nanako's screams coming from inside the room again. I think she's just trying to get my attention, so I ignore her. The scream I just heard is more important. Where'd it come from? Akira and the others went upstairs a minute ago. Does that mean that the scream came from the second floor? I guess I should look there first. This is gonna be bad, man. Oh my, what's with that strange expression? Did anything happen? Are you alright? Did any of you scream? Scream? I didn't hear anything. Did you hear someone scream? I haven't heard any screaming either. I was in my room until just now. Perhaps I couldn't hear it inside there? I was in the hallway, but I didn't hear anything. Giselle was in her room. Maybe it was just the wind? No, it was definitely a scream. Anyway, you should go back to your rooms and be careful. Something strange is happening. What do you mean? Are you trying to scare me? Whatever, I'll just stay in my room with Giselle for now. But I expect you to contact me once the coast is clear. I'll contact you as soon as I know what's happening. Be careful, Curator. So it didn't come from the second floor, but only Nanako, Alex, and I are staying on the ground floor. But that was the scream of a woman. What could that mean? What's going on? We should check Nanako. No, wait, I should talk to Alex. He might be able to shine a light on this. Alex, open up. It's me, Senni Curator. I want to ask you about a scream I just heard around here. That's weird. There's no response. Did something happen here too? Done. I guess I'll have to let myself in. Please don't let there be another corpse inside. Hey, Alex. Guess he's not here. I didn't see him in the bedroom. Still, that scream was so loud that I could hear it in my room. Alex must have heard it too. I'm sure something happened. There's something strange about it. The scream of a woman that nobody else could hear. Could it be Aurora? No, I shouldn't think about her for the time being, but I'm still confused about that. In any case, where could Alex be? What's going on? His jacket and trousers are lying on the bed. Is he taking a bath? Hey Alex, are you alright? I'm coming in. What the... so you're fine after all. Sorry to barge in all of a sudden. What are you looking at? What do you want? Get out! Sorry, my bad. I'll get out of your hair. I just need to ask you some questions whenever you have time. Yes, alright, just get out of here first. Okay. Well, whatever rocks his boat, but I don't think he wanted me to see him like that. Never would have thought Alex was into cross-dressing. But he appeared to be very nervous, so I guess he hasn't told anyone. I guess I shouldn't pressure him into talking about it. Ikeda, are you still there? Yes, I'm here. Can you wait for a minute? I want to talk about something. And I don't think you are, but you're not having any weird thoughts right now. Huh? Weird? No, never mind. I should tell him I couldn't care less about things like that. He's so anxious. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Huh? Did you see it? My secret? Well, he wants to talk about that? What should I say? I don't want to hurt his feelings. Oh, fuck. He's not a crossdresser, is he? He's just a girl. Oh yeah, we'll over-alert that one. I assume he's just a girl, right? Everybody has a secret. Everyone has one or two skeletons in their closet. Huh? Well, I did try to keep this a secret, but I meet a lot of people just like you in my line of work, so don't worry about it. I see. Must be hard for them, selecting clothes. No idea, I don't know all the details. But it's probably not easy. Of course. When I went to a nice boutique to buy that underwear, I was so excited. I'm sure you were. I just like the way girls look, so... Well, yes, that's true. I also don't like wearing pants. I almost never wear them. What? Shouldn't you be wearing them? Well, why? It might not be legal to... I don't think that's the case. Let's wear what I want to wear. I don't mind, but as long as you don't go outside with it, any... Huh? I actually never wear them, even when I'm outside. What? Is that so? I really don't think you should be doing that. You might get arrested. Huh? I see. Well, I understand your situation. I'm also I also somewhat understand what difficulties you might be facing. Feel free to ask me if you ever have any problems. Problems? Well, I certainly don't like to dress like a man. If I could, I'd wear a skirt all the time. But I certainly don't have any problems. It's good to hear. Here's a free piece of advice. You'll be in trouble if you get caught by the police. Make sure you leave whenever things get rowdy, alright? Huh? What are you talking about? Why would I be in trouble with the police? I've been thinking about this for a while now, but I don't think we're on the same page. Are you misunderstanding something? I don't think so. You said you never wear panties, even when you're outside, didn't you? So you have to avoid the police. What? What? I didn't say that at all. Who told you that ridiculous lie, you pervert? What? You tell me you don't like wearing pants, even when you go outside, without wearing any. You idiot, I said pants, as in trousers. I don't go outside without wearing pants. I don't go outside without wearing panties. Did you imagine that, you pervert? In countries like Japan and England, people refer to underwear as pants. So I must have misunderstood what you meant. I'm relieved to hear that you do wear underwear while cross-dressing. Cross-dressing? What are you talking about? I'm a girl. What? What? You're wearing women's underwear, so I thought you... I wear women's underwear because I'm a girl. I have such perfectly shaped boobs as well. How could you miss that, you idiot? Perfect boobs? Well, alright. I won't call them perfect, but take a close look. I do have breasts, don't I? I'm a girl, you know? Huh? Honestly, I'm not sure I can tell. You... yes, those are certainly breasts. So you were a girl this whole time? Well, to be honest, I still don't know if she really has breasts or not, but they're not exactly eye-popping. And I must say these words out loud because I'd be dead if I did. I want to tell you I was a girl from the beginning, but how could you misunderstand that, Curator? You're the worst detective I've ever met. And don't harass me now that you know I'm a girl. Don't say stupid things. Anyway, I'm sorry I'm not realizing you're a girl. My apologies. I will not accept your apologies, but really, don't come near me. Not closer than 2 meters. I'll scream if you do. Alright, whatever. Oh, now that I mention it, I heard a scream a little while ago. Yes, I completely forgot about that. That was me screaming. A creature appeared outside my window when I was taking a shower. A creature. The demon of Shironagasu Island. That might have been it. It looked like the one in the painting. It didn't look like a natural creature. To be honest, I still don't know what that thing is yet. Humanoid biological weapons were likely being researched at the mansion. Humanoid biological weapons, do they exist? You have to see it to believe it. But you saw it with your own eyes, didn't you? I did see it, but... well, I almost couldn't believe my eyes. I'm sure it wasn't real. Well, it'll be safer for us if we stay together from now on. Looks like being yourself is dangerous after all. Being by yourself. Yes, you're right. Having seen that, I don't want to be alone. By the way, Alex, I'd like to ask you some more questions. Your answers may affect our future. Huh? Sure, anything I can do to help. Why are you dressed like a man? Alright, well, this seems like a good time to stop, and we'll talk to Alex and get his full testimony, I think, this time in the next episode. That'll get us one step closer to figuring out who the killer is. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for taking it out for me, and I'll see you in the next one.